Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. As you all know, my name is Bethany. We have a channel to bring koolen-devries syndrome out. We have Dane was our 2.5-year-old son who has koolen-devries syndrome, and today we actually have a whole another KDVS family from Australia. Please welcome Karen and Alex here. They're going to share some of their story. Hey there, Alex. How you doing?
Good.
Awesome. Well, my name is Bethany.
We're looking forward to.
Can you see Dane?
Hello.
That's your cool brother Dane.
Hang on, stop talking for a minute. What's this little person's name?
His name is Dane.
Hey, Dane.
That's your cool brother. Got his toys. Hi there.
Hello.
So, it's so great to actually meet you finally. So we have just a couple questions we'll go through, and we want to hear your story of how your life has kind of been living with koolen-devries syndrome. So first, let's start off with Mom, Miss Karen. How was your pregnancy and birth with Alex?
Let me answer. The pregnancy was normal. My third pregnancy I had no idea there were any issues whatsoever during the pregnancy. And even after Alex was birthed, there was nothing really detected. Although when it was a third Caesar as well. Although when he was born, I felt he looked a little different. He was very pale in colour and a little floppy. So as far as we were concerned at that time, it was perfectly normal. He was a good size. There were no problems.
Okay, so with that, so since you noticed a little bit was kind of different, is that then what made you go look into genetic testing, or what actually got you to take that route to actually have the genetic testing done?
Okay, I just want to say to Alex is 31, so it's a fair while ago. No, we just all sort of thought he was just a little bit different maybe, and cruised along. He was a bit slower at crawling and talking and those things. So time went along, and being the third child, I was flat out working part-time, and a lot of our ideas were that he was a bit slow at things because he had an older brother and sister who did everything for him and adored him. But when he was 2.5, he fell asleep watching telly one day and had a massive seizure right in front of me. And I had no idea that was happening. It must have been happening in his sleep previously. And I thought he was having a stroke, ran around the room thinking he was going to die. It was just shocking. Went off to the hospital, and they did a whole lot of tests, and it all kind of went from there. However, all of those years, so we ascertained that he was developmentally delayed and launched into some great services that were here available at the time. He went to early intervention and therapies and, a lot of that sort of stuff. Over the years, I think the gap gets a bit wider too. So he went to a special school at first. I'm trying to think. He received learning support,
St. Edward's.
Special needs support all of those years right through school. Had wonderful experiences at school mostly. And then when he was about 18, it was suggested genetic testing, and we had some testing done. Nothing showed up, so we just kind of left it as an unknown sort of thing. And then a geneticist from England contacted us, and that was when Alex was probably about 20 or something. So we did the genetic testing again, and that's when we were told it was koolen-devries. At the time, this was maybe about 2000 and something. In a minute. There were only a few thousand in the world. It was very rare.
Wow.
Yeah, so we just kind of accepted that, there was a general disability there.
Okay, and then not until 20 then, is that right? When you actually got the diagnosis? Wow.
Yeah.
So that would have been 2009. So it was just barely even. But did it have the name? It didn't have the name koolen-devries at that time, did it? Or was it still just the gene?
It was called a microdeletion of chromosomes at the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, since you had, obviously, this is something that you're born with, and you didn't get the diagnosis until a little bit later, but throughout life, what kind of issues have you had to face along the way?
Okay, so the initial main issues were epilepsy, and it was usually in his sleep, nocturnal. So we had many hospital visits at 10 o'clock at night. So we had him sleeping with us a lot for many years, with a lot of medication changes over the years. And the general, delays in cognitive and physical functioning. There were no major things. He did learn to walk, and he's great at talking now. I think therapy helped all of that. And then around between 16 and 18 years, the seizures reduced and eventually have stopped.
Wow.
But autism has replaced that.
Okay. When did you get the diagnosis for autism?
Probably around the same time as we got the diagnosis for koolen-devries, because we did a whole batch of testing then to get support from the government.
Okay, gotcha. So it just kind of covered everything, and that he did fall into the spectrum. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, the last question for you, Miss Karen, that we have, and then we'll come to you, Alex, because I know you have, I'm sure, a lot to say, is what advice would you actually give to new koolen-devries families? So families in your situation who they have adult children and are just getting the diagnosis, or actually a family like us where we have the diagnosis when he's born or just a few months old.
I think it's wonderful that these days it's recognised so early. That's absolutely brilliant. I think just my advice would be to build up a little support network, do as much the early intervention and therapy as you can. Make sure that you're happy with whatever schooling or early schooling that they're in. Speak up. They'll let you know if they're not happy. But in general, the support people I've found over the years are absolutely brilliant. And I also think it won't be cured. They'll always be delayed, but look at those strengths and wonderful things that they can do. I guess that's what I would say.
That's wonderful. That's encouraging to me as a new mom and a new mom with koolen-devries, son that has that diagnosis. So thank you so much for sharing your side of the story and encouraging all of us. That's appreciated. Now, Alex, I have a couple questions for you. Is that okay?
Yep. Look at that. Yeah. Look at Bethany.
Hi. So how old are you, Alex?
31.
Wonderful. So you're getting pretty old then, huh? You're catching up to your mom.
Yep.
What do you like to do for fun?
Singing.
You enjoy singing, is that right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm listening to songs.
Yep.
Are you gonna sing for us on the video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's all yours. You go ahead when you're ready.
Okay, he's going to find it on his little iPod. And what are you singing, Alex?
Circle of Life.
Circle of Life.
Okay.
Yeah. Big voice.
Ayaba William Cinema William Hemian winning with the body. Hemian winning with the body. Hemian winning with the body.
I can hear little Dane singing.
and blinking, step into sun. But above there's more to see than can ever be seen. More to that can ever be done. There's far too much in here. More to find than can ever be found. But the sun morning high, first I find time, kid great and small. What is it graping? The sun.
That's the elephant.
Girl of life.
Sing along.
I know. Moves us all.
Oh, through this veil. That's a dad. What's up?
Yep.
Who's that?
Sing on. Yep.
Who's that?
Sing.
I'm preaching.
Yep. Unwinding. Big voice.
In the circle.
The
Circle of life.
You know that?
Can you stop there?
No.
Woohoo!
I got to sing with you.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we sound good together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
I hope everyone enjoyed it. Hey?
Yes, very much so. That was
So-
wonderful. Thank you for sharing your talent with us, Alex. That was great.
Pleasure.
There's
Hmm.
He's been joining sing-along Zooms with his centre while we were
Oh.
not able to go. Yeah.
Oh, great. And
Yeah.
do they, where everybody can see each other and do different songs like that?
Yeah,
And the
they
theme?
had a theme each week. It might have been Disney songs or Queen
or Freddie Mercury,
or
Black Sabbath.
Oh, I don't know whether they did Black Sabbath, but yeah, AC/DC, different.
Oh, okay. So you like the old classic rock.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
My husband loves that too. Dane's dad. He loves classic rock. Do you know Nirvana?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain. Yes,
Yeah.
I know that.
Yes. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's
Great
wonderful. So, Alex, I have one last question for you before the recording ends here. Is what would you like to say to all of your cool brothers and sisters that are get to see you on the video?
music. What would you like to say? Put up your hand. Be happy. What do you think? The big question.
Jeez.
Enjoy the day.
That's a hard one.
I know. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. It's okay.
What do you think? What would you like to say?
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Wonderful. It was so nice to meet you too, Alex.
Yeah, you will.
yeah.
Any little kid?
He's only a little fella.
Little fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks a bit like Alex had curly blonde hair.
Oh,
And
really?
Looks a little bit like Alex
Yeah.
when he was.
Oh,
little.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I bring him
Yeah.
over and you say goodbye,
Yeah.
Alex, to Dane?
Let's do that.
Yeah, Dane.
Yeah,
Dane.
Dane is his name. Let's see if he'll look at you when he hears his name called. Come here, Dane. Come see Alex.
Hey!
Ooh, not too loud, he might scare you. Hello, Dane. Nice soft voice. He's only
Can you say
little.
bye?
Name.
Hello, Dane.
Hey,
Hey
Dane.
there. What's your puppy's name? Hi.
Hi. What's your puppy's name?
What's your puppy's name?
Say Gigi.
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 Look.
Hey!
Give him a
Have a bath, huh?
Oh, we miss our puppy.
Who's that?
Oh my
Who's
gosh.
that?
Yes.
That's so cute. That
We've got a
little
cat.
doggy.
Oh, what's the cat's name?
Honey.
Look at Bethany.
Honey.
Oh, Honey.
Honey bear.
Yeah,
Oh, is she brown?
She's
No,
a honey tabby colour.
colour.
Oh, okay. Very cute.
Big.
That's wonderful.
what do we call her? The sausage
Sausage
cat.
cat.
She's a bit fat.
Well, actually, Miss Karen, I did have one more question before, because they said that it'll end at 30 minutes. So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, when was it that the more common or bigger milestones like crawling, walking, and talking, would you say that Alex hit those?
Okay, so it is a long time ago, but I remember he walked when he was about 18 months old. We didn't think he was going to, and he did. Talking was a lot longer. I think it was sort of single words, but I couldn't tell you how long. But it was delayed. But his language is absolutely brilliant now, and I'd say by maybe 8 or 10 years old, his language was wonderful. So it just
Wow,
was
okay.
yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, that's great, because that's encouraging, for us, because like you said, you think it's not going to happen, but then everybody says it does, and when it finally does, it's exciting.
I
So,
became a special ed teacher
You became a special ed teacher.
because of all of that. I was already
wow.
a teacher, so I did my degree. But what I was going to say was the support in school was all mainstream supported, which I think is terrific, because the other kids became very accepting of Alex. And the other thing is he's a very good reader. He learnt to read, has a memory for words.
Oh, wow.
Amazing memory.
Yeah.
And he can read Harry Potter. He can read all sorts of books. But
that's pretty good.
But his hands don't work and he can't write too well, which doesn't matter at all today with computers.
So true. I didn't think about that. With talk to text, and you get to do everything on the computer. That's great.
Yeah.
Do you like playing video games or anything like that?
Yeah, PlayStation 2.
He's still got his old PlayStation 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. That's great.
We buy the games at the op shops for $1.
Smart. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Very clever with any IT, very clever.
Oh, really?
Clever, yeah.
Oh, that's great. So you really enjoy then singing, and you like having your friends, going and visiting with friends too?
Oh.
Yeah, we mostly that he does that with his groups during the week.
Okay.
Social outings, but of course with COVID, that's all a lot, it's closed at the moment, but it is coming back. Yeah.
Great. That's wonderful. Get back to having some fun, not being in the house, huh?
Yeah. You guys stay safe there.
Yes, we are definitely. It's how everywhere there's spikes, and where it goes up and down, but you just do your best and what you feel is right at the moment, kind of thing. So we stayed home kept him home for about a month, where we only went to like my parents' house. And then just now in this month, actually, we started back in therapy in clinic, and taking him to grocery stores, things like that, wiping off, normal hygiene, but so far so good.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's great to talk to you.
I know, it was so great. We'll have to do this just again, just to catch up.
Yeah, we
That's
will.
Wonderful, for sure. And hopefully this will work. We practiced it before, and it did work. So hopefully it does. We won't have to reshoot this video.
Yeah. But, let me know how it goes.
I will, definitely. And I just thank you guys so much for your time and sharing your stories.
Bye, Dane.
Hey, Dane.
Say bye.
Bye. Look at that smile. Bye, gorgeous.
You say bye.
Bye. That is cool.
Yeah. You're going to give Alex your ball?
Pass the ball.
You give him the ball? You're going to throw it? There you go. He threw it. There you go. Well, thanks again, you guys. I hope you have a great day and stay sunny.
Have a nice sleep.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right. Bye.